Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we'll be doing the performance testing of powerful mid-range devices. So we have 4 devices lined up here. All of these are having really powerful hardware. Let's see how they perform in terms of the CPU throttling test, the stress test. We'll see the Antutu score, how much of temperature difference it happens, and also the Geekbench test. So we have 4 devices. The first one is the Oppo K13 Turbo with the MediaTek Dimensity 8450 octa-core processor. And this has this fan actually, so we'll be using this fan to cool down the device, and we'll see how much of impact that brings in. Next we have the OnePlus Nord 5 with the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 mobile platform, again Exynos 15, Android 15. Now we have the Poco F7 with the once again one of the really powerful devices, the Snapdragon 8s Gen 4. And finally we have the Poco X7 Pro with the Dimensity 8400 Ultra chip. So 4 devices: K13 Turbo, OnePlus Nord 5, Poco F7 and Poco X7 Pro. So let's see how they perform. So we'll just clear off all the background apps on all the devices. So there you go. And we also check the temperature first. 31.5, 31.2, 30.9 and 32. So almost similar temperature, somewhere around 30 to 32 degrees on all the devices. So let's start this comparison or rather performance testing. So we'll open the CPU throttling test on all the devices. And here also we'll open the CPU throttling test. Now this has this fan, so we'll enable the fan here. So fan has been turned on, that is the highlight. So we'll use that functionality to see how it performs. So let's start the CPU throttling test. So all of the devices have 100% battery right now. So let's start this test. So there you go, we have started the test. Let's finish this test and see how much of CPU throttle happens on these devices and how the performance is. So now we have completed the test. First let's quickly have a look at the temperature, how much temperature it reached. So 39.8 on the Oppo K13 Turbo, in fact closer to 40 degrees. Now on the OnePlus Nord 5, once again 39.6, so 39. And now next is the Poco F7, you can see almost closer to 45 degrees, 44.7. And on the Poco X7 Pro, you can see it's above 45 degrees, 45.2 degrees. So highest temperature was on the Poco X7 Pro. Now let's see the performance. Now here you can see here CPU throttle to 81%. Now Poco F7 was the best here. You can see here 88% only throttle. So this is probably the best in terms of performance. Now apart from that, you can see here OnePlus Nord 5 56% throttling. You can see here 2 areas it throttled badly, and here you can see here the Oppo K13 Turbo, even with the cooling fan turned on, you can see here heavy throttling at just 44%. So both Poco devices did really well, while OnePlus Nord 5 and the Oppo K13 Turbo was not that great in terms of throttling. Now also let's check the temperature of these, rather the battery of these devices. 98%, 94%. Here we get 96% and here 95%. So this was the lowest in terms of drop. Just 2%. Here we have 6%, here we have 4%, and here we have 5%. So that's the battery drain of these devices. Next, let's see the stress test on these devices. So next test would be the Wildlife Extreme stress test. So we'll start this. It's a 20 loop test, and we'll see how the device perform, how is the stability and also the temperature rise and the battery drain with the Wildlife Extreme stress test. So once again, let's check the temperature. 33 degrees. 32.5 degrees, 33 degrees, and once again 33 degrees. So almost all of the devices are around 32-33 degrees. So let's start this test. So it's a 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme stress test. So it's a 20 loop test, and we'll come back after the loops are completed and see how the performance is. So now we completed the wildlife extreme stress test. So you can see here Oppo K13 Turbo 78.6 is the stability score, while on the OnePlus Nord 5 it is 84.3, and the Poco F7 has 83.4, and the Poco X7 Pro has 83.2. So all these three devices, the Nord 5, the Poco X7 Pro and the Poco F7 in 80s or above 80% stability, while the Poco was below 80% at 78.6%. Now let's see the temperature rise on all these devices. So there you go. Now you can see here the temperature rise on the Oppo K13 Turbo. We have 33 to 45 degrees, so maximum is 45 degrees. Here 34 to 44 degrees, so maximum is 44 degrees. And here 34 to 54 degrees, so that's the maximum, 54 degrees. And here also you can see here 53 degrees is the maximum. Battery drain from 95 to 85%, so that's around 13% drop. Here again 10% drop. Here again you can see here around 13%, or in fact here it is not 13%. In fact here also you can see here 10% drop, here also 10%, and here we have around 8% drop, and here we have around 11% drop. FPS also you can see here higher values is on Oppo or the Poco F7, while this is 27 and 23 and 27 FPS. So highest temperature is 54 degrees on the Poco F7 and 53 on the Poco X7 Pro. Now these two devices, there is absolutely no throttling. Actually it is very pure performance, and as a result it also gets higher temperature, while on these two devices, the Nord and the K13 Turbo, there is throttling happening. We have seen on the CPU throttling test, so that is where the temperature comes in. So this is the performance, and all the three devices performed pretty well, while Oppo K13 Turbo was slightly lower here. So that was the performance of the the stress test of these four devices. Next, let's see the Antutu score of these devices. So let's just check the Antutu score. Here we have 15,88,000 on the K13 Turbo. Nord 5 was 14,36,000. The Poco F7 is at 20 lakh, and this Poco X7 Pro is at 15,68,000. So again, Poco F7 is the winner in terms of the benchmark. Rest all devices were quite similar, and you can also see that the battery drain happened and the maximum temperature reach was 45, 46, 37 and 41 degrees while testing Antutu score. Next, let's see the storage test of these devices. Here we have 1,43,000, 1,29,000, 2,38,000 and 1,95,000. Now both the Poco devices are UFS 4.0, while this is UFS 3.1. So once again Poco wins here. Both the devices were really good, and Poco F7 emerged as the winner here. So now finally the Geekbench test. Here we have 14141 the single core score. Here 2002, 2057, 1586, and the multi-core score is higher on the Poco F7. Rest all are below that. In fact the K13 Turbo also has closer to 6000, and this is also 6000. The lowest is the OnePlus Nord 5. So that was the Geekbench test of these four devices. So that was the performance testing of these four devices. Overall, I would say in case you want the ultimate performance, the Poco F7 is the one to go. Ultimate performance you get, but then you also get the device getting heated up. That is because of the ultimate performance. Absolutely no major throttling issues on these two Poco devices while throttling was there. So if you are looking for ultimate performance, the Poco F7 is the choice here. And then apart from that, you can also pick the Poco X7 Pro, which is priced lower. So that was the performance testing of these four devices. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.